Dogecoin to the moon, confirmed! As we have just seen. Wow, that sounded even sillier than I expected, but whatever, deal with it. If you want to unsubscribe because I say silly words, then you're welcome to do that, or you can stay and get all of the juicy information because we have a big new update for cryptocurrency right now. Take a look at this. A shocking poll has just been released, something that I don't even think any of us, even myself, could have possibly expected, even in our most optimistic dreams, that right now, in this moment, maybe in the future we thought this could happen, right now, 75% of retailers, 75% are planning to accept cryptocurrency payment, not at some point within the next 2 years, not just randomly. They have a specific plan that they're trying to implement within the next 2 years to accept cryptocurrency. Now, you may remember, Dogecoin, by polling data, is the #1 cryptocurrency people want to spend on things. It also has, by far, one of the strongest communities, arguably the strongest community per the market cap of any coin out there, especially when it comes to retail power and buying power. So this is absolutely massive. Now, there's more juicy details and stats here. I put $75 in the thumbnail, and the reason why I did that is because of 75%. So I'll be honest right up front. I was exaggerating a little bit with the thumbnail just because I wanted to make it the same as the percentage number, and also it'll get more clicks. So I mean, whatever. But the truth is, it's not completely clickbait because $75 is something that I think is actually possible if we're talking about in the very distant future. $75 is not out of the question. Now, it's extremely difficult to get to that, but under the assumption that the polling data saying people want to spend Dogecoin more than anything is correct, and you combine that with all of the retailers pretty much starting to want to accept it more and more, then that gets you to a conclusion that this thing really could continue to take off and grow like crazy over an extended period of time. And that's something as insane as $75 may not even be out of the question, especially when you consider, we'll be honest about it, inflation as well is pretty bad right now with the US dollar, 9% a year. It could even be worse than that soon. So that also, we'll be honest, plays a role in the $75 potential because $75 could be worth significantly less in the distant future than it is now. So we'll be honest, that is part of it. But more realistically speaking, in the shorter term, the multiple dollar range is realistic for Dogecoin. It is something that can happen because of stuff like this. That's a huge thing. And another big important factor, this does not rely on Elon Musk. A lot of people ask me, like when I talk to people in person, they say, hey Matt, what's the reason Dogecoin can be successful? I talked to a Bitcoin maxi yesterday. I had dinner with him, a group of people, he was one of them, and we talked extensively about Dogecoin, and one of the things he was wondering was, okay, well, if Elon Musk, something happened to him, then what's the deal with Dogecoin? And of course, it's unlikely that will be the case, that Elon Musk would stop supporting it or something would happen, right? Technically, it's a possible thing, but yes, we do have a huge amount of excitement for what Elon Musk is going to bring. But here's one thing that does not require Elon Musk at all and will still make Dogecoin successful. The Dogecoin community wants to spend Dogecoin regardless of what Elon Musk is doing. They want to spend it because it's awesome, because they love Doge, because we love having fun with it. That's why we want to spend it. So this is huge. It's really a big deal. There's also some more juicy stats in here. So this is another massive thing that I would never have expected to happen. By the way, if you're wondering, where did this poll come from? Can you trust it? So this poll came from Delight, Deloitte, who polled 2,000 senior executives from the retail industry who represent a range of subsectors, including cosmetics, electronics, fashion, transportation, food, and beverage. So this is pretty dang serious. We're talking about 2,000 senior executives. This is not just some random poll of random small retail shops. No, some of the top companies in the world, 75% of them, according to this poll, are now expected to accept cryptocurrency in the next 2 years, or at least they're planning to. Maybe it'll take them longer, maybe some of them won't. We have to be a little bit reasonable about the expectations, not expecting too much, even though, realistically speaking, it could actually happen exactly on the high side expectation. So it's crazy to think about. Take a look at this. 83% of retailers expect consumer interest in digital currencies to increase over the next year, and a little over half of them have invested over $1 million into enabling digital payments, according to a new survey. So we're talking about the big boys here. They're investing, more than half of them have invested $1 million already, according to the survey. That's huge news. Already, $1 million invested by more than half of those 2,000 ones that were in the survey. That's crazy. So we're looking at like $1 billion that's been invested into accepting crypto and digital payments. If my math is correct on that, which I believe it is, $1 billion. That's crazy to think about. It's already been invested into that by these companies. And that's just the bottom side. They invested over 1 million. We're talking about probably multiple billions that has been invested by some of the largest retail companies in the world into going forward with accepting cryptocurrency. That's huge. It really is. How retailers plan to enable it. What are they going to do? How are they going to accept it? Well, there's two different ways to look at this. Either they're going to accept it. Look at the viewers going crazy on this live because we have some huge information to talk about. Make sure you press like if you haven't done that yet. Then I shall come to your house and I shall deliver a kangaroo to your doorstep. Now, that kangaroo, basically, here's what he's trained to do. He's going to sit there at your doorstep. Every time you come outside, he will go, kick the door shut. So you won't be able to leave your house due to the extreme kangaroo security system that's in place. Now, if you go out your back door, okay, fine, I can't stop you from doing that. But the kangaroo will at least stop you from using your front door until you press the like button. So if you like your front door, if you like being able to walk outside without getting kicked, potentially in the face, I mean, probably not. He's trained to kick the door, but if the kangaroo does kick you in the face, I'm not liable for that. So you may just, to avoid the possibility of a kangaroo kicking you anywhere, or even kicking your door, you may as well just go ahead and press the like button. It's the smartest thing you can do. And then also the kangaroo can stay in the zoo. That rhymes. I happen to like that there. Don't make the kangaroo come to your house. Press the like button. It's the way to go. Oh wow, that was a fun one. I enjoyed that one. But anyway, so here's the big news, which hopefully you subscribe with the notifications on to see. But I'll tell you even if you don't. I mean, I will. Don't worry. Here it is. Someone said Matt is slightly offensive now. Yeah, that's right. I'm offensive now. Cancel me. What are you gonna do? Come on, I'm ready. I'm ready to get canceled. It's about time. No one's been able to accomplish it yet, but you're welcome to try. Just over 50% of respondents plan to have third-party payment processors that convert digital currency into fiat, which means close to 50% of the people, of the top executives saying this, they are planning to actually hold the cryptocurrency that they accept, which is completely and totally groundbreaking stuff. Not just that they're going to accept it and then sell it right away. Will be actually holding the cryptocurrency that they decide to accept. That is a massive thing. And you may wonder, okay, then what do they do with it? Well, there's multiple options. I've said it many times. They can pay their employees in crypto who choose to accept that, which a lot of employees across the United States will choose to accept either a percentage or all of their payment in cryptocurrency. It makes sense to do that. Also, now that other companies are going to be accepting it, if you need to buy products and services, you can do it with Dogecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum. What's so crazy here is that the potential has so much more room to grow than people even realize, and it's not just a pipe dream anymore. This is actually something that's happening. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because companies are right now doing what companies do and taking too long to do things. That's what is a common thing between the government and companies. However long you would think they would take, multiply that by 5, and that's how long it actually takes, which is, it is what it is. I'm not going to say it's okay, but in this context, it's not the end of the world. We're still going to have it happen if we have to wait a little bit. I'm personally okay with waiting. Hopefully you are too. But that's just a huge stat there, and it really does change things. Also, nearly 90% cited the complexity of making their existing financial infrastructure compatible with various digital currencies as their greatest challenge. So that's one of the reasons why over $1 billion, according to the survey, has been spent on moving forward with cryptocurrency acceptance by these top companies. That's huge, but 90%, that's a reasonable expectation. That's one of the reasons why Accept Crypto right now would probably be taken off based on this news. Accept Crypto, it's probably one of the biggest things that hurts of anything I've ever done in my career, what happened with that. Obviously, the refunds have continued to be going through. Most of the first round is already done. A lawsuit against Solidity Finance is still in the works, and that, I think, could be very vindicating. That would definitely mean a lot to me if that can be won, and a lot of funds are able to come through that. I think that would be huge for our community. So that's still something that's being heavily pursued. So that's exciting to the degree if it's successful. It's not exactly exciting. It's definitely a lot of work. It's not easy. I'm trying to help as much as I can with them doing that. So hopefully we will see some good things for our community at the very least come as a result of that. But anyway, the point is that, yeah, that would be so cool. The reason why 90% cited complexity, if we have a team of people who are actually helping as their full-time job to get companies to overcome the complexity obstacle, that was the entire goal of Accept Crypto, then that would be huge and could get a lot of new people to accept it. It's maybe there's some way to revive this or do something with it. I don't know. We will see about that. But I just love the concept of that token so much. And I really wish nothing more than for it to have been the most successful launch ever, and for us to be pushing it extremely hard right now, and for it to be going to the hundreds of millions of market cap potentially, especially during the next bull run. That's what I really am. I mean, it sucks. I mean, but we're not going to give up on it yet. Maybe there's a way to somehow still do this, and not with the old contract, right? It would be somehow with a new contract. It would be with a new thing somehow, and maybe there could be some sort of reward system put in place for previous things that have happened. So we'll see. We'll see what comes from that. Just something to consider there. Also, yeah, the website's almost finished. That's exciting. I've been waiting so long. Still a believer, says Maddie. It's good to be a believer in Dogecoin. If you're going to believe in something, definitely worth believing in that. And yeah, I happen to agree with you there. There's no question about it. But also, Jeff said, Jeff is accusing me of not telling the truth. I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, it's easy to just say, oh, well, not telling the truth. But you can clearly see millions of dollars could be made by actually going forward with Accept Crypto versus... I think the entire market cap in total went up to like 600,000 or something like that. Then it was called off literally minutes after because of what happened with the error by Solidity Finance. So that I don't think. I mean, if you believe that anyone would rather that happen than the millions of dollars that will almost certainly have the potential to be made from it being successful, I just don't see any way anyone would be wanting to purposely do that. This happens all the time in crypto. Plenty of projects have had the same exact thing happen. It really just comes down to how do you respond? How do you recover? Is there a path forward to still having to be successful? And hopefully there is. So, I mean, I get your concern. I fully understand it, but I genuinely hope you actually kind of get the situation. I don't want anyone to think there's something going on that's not. If you have a question about it, ask me any specific question. I'll be happy to answer it. There we go. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.